All right. As you can tell, I have my marsupial hat on today because I have my good buddy Jim, the face, the guy, the myth, the legend, Jim from Marsupial on the pod today. Jim, how you doing?
Good man. How are you doing? Thanks for having me on.
I'm doing great, dude. I'll do an icebreaker. One icebreaker story. It's kind of funny. You have kids, right?
Oh yeah, I got three.
You have three. I have five.
Wow.
So my oldest is in college. Went to college this week, but I do have my youngest hasn't been to Disneyland yet. He's 6. And my wife is like, I've been gone all the time. So whatever my wife asks, I'm just like, okay,
Yeah.
right? Like I've been the most anti Disneyland. I haven't been to Disneyland in 12 years since my daughter went and she crapped in
Okay.
her dress. She was 2 years old and it was a giant
Okay.
mess. And I was like, I'm never going back to this place. I hate this place. So,
Right.
anyways, I was in Alaska with the Hushing guys and okay, I want to go to Disneyland. I'm like, okay, whatever you want, right? I mean, you
Right.
can't say no. And you're like, the wives know that she's starting to learn how this game works, right?
Yeah.
Um, so I'm like, yeah, I'll go to Disneyland, right? So we go to Disneyland yesterday, and we took my 11-year-old and my 6-year-old. 6-year-old's first time going. My
Okay.
6-year-old's a psycho. He's awesome, but dude, he like
Yeah.
jumps dirt bikes, jumps off the roof of the house. Like he just never stops. Flips. He's doing parkour. Like he's doing
Yeah.
flips off of like hills. So we're sitting there. We're in line for Thunder Mountain,
Okay.
and he's sitting on the rail, the handrail, and like the handrail has like wrought iron. Well, he's just sitting there for a couple of minutes. We're waiting to move, and I go, "Hey, man, we got to go." So he's like in his mind, I think he just thought it was a solid wall. So he swings out and kicks his feet against the wrought iron to jump off of it, right, and take a 360 or something. And his feet go right through the wrought iron, and he just goes face first into the concrete, spitting teeth out like chiclets. I mean, just
Oh man.
blood everywhere. I'm like covered in blood. And and I had told my wife earlier that day, like I'm like, there's not a chance in hell you'd ever see me wearing a Disneyland t-shirt. Like I'm just never gonna wear a Disneyland t-shirt.
Right.
So I'm covered in blood. She's, you gotta buy a shirt. You gotta buy a shirt. I'm like, I'm not gonna buy a Mickey Mouse t-shirt. I'm sorry. And
Right.
so finally, because he didn't want to go home. So we ended up going to the nursing station, spitting some teeth out, and this kid wanted to stay, right?
Oh my
So we ended up
gosh.
staying. But I ended up finding this shirt. It says like "Protect Your Forest." And it's like Smokey the Bear, and I was like, I'll wear
Okay.
that shirt. That one
That'll
I'm
be a
good with.
Disney.
I'm
That'll
not
be a new
like,
Disney shirt. Yeah. That's
dude.
funny.
So that was my day yesterday, dude. It's
That's a lot.
that place,
Disneyland's a lot.
dude. It's a lot, and like you know what's really weird
What's
is
that?
like the vast majority of people at Disneyland are adults now. It's
Oh yeah.
creepy,
It is
dude.
weird.
Like they should make a law. I told my wife like they should make a law that if you're over 25 and you don't have a kid, you can't go. But it's literally like so he's covered in blood as well, right? We're all covered in blood. Like it looked like he got
Right.
punched in the face because he pretty much
Right.
did, but way harder.
So
And so I had to
did you
buy him
get
a shirt.
fast passes the rest of the day? Did
No,
you
they
come?
gave him a free shirt though, and they did comp me a couple
Okay.
rides, couple fast passes, yes. But yeah, about to own Disney over here. But anyways, they dude, you can't even find a kid's shirt at Disneyland because it's all adult crap. Because the whole place is just full of these freaking like weirdos, man. Like you want to do like catch a predator, go to Disneyland.
Yeah,
I
there's
swear.
there's there's a interesting crowd. We've gone a couple times in the last few years with our boys, and yeah, and I mean, there's some odd employees too who work there
Dude,
as well,
there's some
and
employees
it,
that I was like, oh,
yeah, so it's good in doses. Go there once a year, maybe something like that. Kids get their fill, kind of usher them along to bypass the interesting crowd, but it's a it's a vibe there for sure. So, and you drove
yeah.
there and back, or did you fly? What'd you guys do?
I live in San Diego, so I just drove up. I mean, it's two
Oh,
hours
okay.
away from
Oh,
me.
that's a
An
short.
hour and
Oh,
a half
that's
to Disneyland. So I told the wife, like the last time I went was 12 years ago. I was told I'd never go again. We went yesterday. That happened, and it's like I'd much rather go hunting or go camping. We were Mammoth Us. Let's
oh
go
yeah.
fishing, anything
Yeah,
but Disneyland, right? So
right.
I told her like I'll go back when we have grandkids. So I mean, honestly, I'll probably be a granddad in the next 10 years. So I'll probably go back for the next 10 years, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, but you got your
my
fill
oldest
for
boy's
one day,
19.
especially yeah, with some teeth. That's like my one bugaboo too. I don't like loose teeth. I don't like any of that. I can deal with the other cuts, but man, when my kids start wiggling their teeth, I'm like, go to your mom.
Dude, he spit one out, and then all four of his top teeth are all loose and crooked and
Loose.
pushed. So he would. So the cool thing was, and I'm sorry, this is the Tricer podcast about marsupial, but we're
Right.
doing kid stuff first. The cool thing was is randomly he had a dentist appointment this morning at 8 a.m. So I was like, cool, we're not going to the ER because the ER is a nightmare, especially in like
Oh
freaking
my gosh.
In LA, at like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to do is go to ER up there. So I was like, cool, you just go to the dentist today. So he went to the dentist today. They were gonna glue all of his teeth together, but they said like they're he's too swollen still because his gums are all bruised. Come back and like next week, and they'll glue his teeth. So hopefully those top ones won't like fall out.
Interesting.
But the cool thing
So
is
they
they're
didn't
all
break
baby
the roof.
teeth. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't, it did a little bit, but they're all baby teeth anyway. So it's kind of like whatever. I don't care. Like he's it's just part of
It's
being a
funny
boy,
though.
dude.
Now that you say that, last time I went to Disneyland with my kids, which was I think January, my oldest son, we ripped out his tooth there because it was a whole thing. His tooth was like loose, and we were just like he wouldn't eat anything. I finally got it on the nasty pizza planet pizza. I got him to bite into that, and his tooth came out. So we lost a tooth last time I was at Disneyland too.
That's funny. Yeah, he had no choice. He lost his first tooth last week, and this one, the next one came out right next to it. Just it was done after hitting the ground. He hit hard.
uh,
Like we knew this kid doesn't cry. Like he's the toughest kid. Our fifth kid, four boys, fifth kid. Like this kid's been
yeah,
getting pounded since birth, right,
yeah,
by brothers. And
right,
when he starts crying, like you're like, oh, this is bad. And he was
yeah.
also like just spit. I mean, we're in the middle of Disneyland. He's just drinking water and spitting blood everywhere, like a freaking prize fighter over here. You know,
Oh my
but
gosh,
but it was fun.
that's
It
crazy.
was
Kids,
fun.
man. Yeah, that'll sub you up real quick.
Kids are awesome, dude. And the kid's freaking so tough, dude. He stayed, he did it. We went and rode, we went back on that ride, did it, and had a night of it and got home. So yeah, it was a good time. He did get a
Good
sucker
deal.
out of it, and they did give him a free T-shirt. So Disneyland, that's my story.
Always
That's what
remember.
I was camping last week with them. I'd much rather do that 10 out of 10
Yeah.
times than go freaking to Disneyland. Screw that place. So, dude, best bino harnesses in the game. Friend of
Thank you.
Tricer. Love your
Yep.
stuff. Not only your bino harnesses, dude, like your cases, everything. You guys have just crushed it, dude. What's Marsupial? I mean, give us a little 1,000-foot view of this thing.
Um, we are a pouch company, and hence the play on words marsupial. But it all started with the Bino Pack. That's our bread and butter, kind of what put us on the map. I had an idea to make a binocular pack that function, I feel like, the correct way, which is basically folding away from your body, open pouch, drop your binoculars in and out. I was tired of the ones on the market back 10 years ago that would open towards your face. You'd kind of have to deal with the lid in your face, put your binoculars in it. It was frustrating. I wanted something that folded away, stayed open, and I could just drop my binoculars in and out. What was just started as like an idea, passion project, basically something just to scratch an itch to be connected to the outdoor industry and maybe pay for a hunt or two, has turned into our full-time business. Like you, I'm a family guy. We got a wife and three kids. All of our kids are actually younger than the business, so they've all grown up in the business, and that involved shipping orders off our living room floor forever. Now we have our own facility here in Phoenix, Arizona, 85 employees. It's way bigger than I ever envisioned it would be. And we specialize in making hunting equipment. And we, like you said, we kind of our bread and butter is chest packs and accessories, but we make spotting scope cases, we make upland bird bag systems, we make shotgun cases, rifle cases. If it's anything nylon, cut and sew, we can make it for the most part. So we specialize in building gear, trying to solve problems just like you, and build things really well. And then we back it with a lifetime warranty. So what's cool because we make all of our stuff right on the other side of this wall. If anything comes back in, I get packs that are 9 years old sometimes, broken zipper, stuff does break. We can go put a new zipper on it, send it back to them, and take care of them, and have that product for years and years more use. So that's high level view. There's a ton that happened in that past 10 years for us to get to this point. And a lot of that was basically working out of our house, multiple jobs, to make it work. So it kind of was a step of faith instead of a giant leap of faith when we went to the point to go full time in 2020. And yeah, and ever since we went full time, it's just kind of also been gas on a fire and just trying to
Yep.
keep up and scale a business, learn. We're constantly trying to figure out how to do this, improve efficiencies, how to manage this many people. It's a lot. So,
Yeah.
but it's fun. We get to make hunting equipment for a living, so it's hard to complain.
Yeah, dude. I want to go into like the quality of stuff all this stuff at some point in this podcast, but I love the origin stories. I love entrepreneurship because I'm similar to you, right? Like I went full time last
Hmm.
May, and it's just like
Right.
as soon as you did it, you're like, oh, I should have did this 2 years ago, right? Like it just like
Right.
gas on a fire, like you said, right? You just can't even
Yeah. Sink or swim. You have
drink
to do it.
drink drink it from a fire hose, right? It's going crazy. And
Hmm.
so what were you doing? It's probably safe to assume you weren't like a seamstress. What were you doing
No.
before, dude? What were you doing?
So our family had a commercial roofing business. That's what I was kind of always
Okay.
primed to do after college. I went to college for a business management degree. The idea to run our family roofing company. I was fourth generation. Um, and did that right out of college and worked with my dad. Got to a point where the industry changed. We were doing hot tar roofing, Phoenix, Arizona. It's kind of a dying breed. Everybody was going to a different style of roofing. That's not what we were great at. And I didn't love roofing in Arizona, unfortunately. I mean,
That
it's
sounds great.
120
With
degrees.
tar
We
too?
specialize in
Tar.
then doing hot asphalt. What's that?
With tar as well.
Oh yeah. So um, transitioned from that. My dad closed and sold the business, and then I worked for the state of Arizona for about a year and a half as kind of an in between job when I started doing. I had the idea of doing marsupial, and I thought that was only going to be a couple month job. I ended up doing that for a year and a half. I was trying to get hired by a sewing facility in that time. And to fast forward, I ended up starting a sewing facility with another gentleman to where we were a contract sew shop. And so we sewed for 20 or so different companies. I was one of those companies that we sewed for. So I got to oversee my production while sewing for a bunch of different companies. So I learned a ton in the 3 years that I ran a sewing facility. And that's when Marsupial started also. Because to rewind, the place that did my original prototyping and first two production runs went out of business. So I had a point where I had to figure out what to do. So I picked up the pieces of that sewing facility with another gentleman and then ran that one for 3 years before going fully on our own. So I learned a ton in those 3 years running a sewing facility, just the do's and don'ts, learn different sewing processes, all the machinery and equipment that was involved in it. Got to learn from, we sewed tactical bags, plate carriers, backpacks. We actually sewed some stuff for Mystery Ranch. We did a lot of medical bags, soccer balls for horses. There's a wide variety of things at contract sewing facility. And then we would make marsupial
You say
gear. And so then I would pick.
soccer balls for horses?
Yeah, it kind of gets everybody. So there used to be it's like an exercise ball. So if you get a big exercise ball,
Yeah.
and then we would sew a nylon exterior fabric sleeve. You put the ball in there, blow it up, and then it would be, I guess in the horse industry, you need to run your horse. It was giant 3 foot soccer balls that you would be able to the horses would kick around, bite, and play with. It was fun because I had a couple that we would take home for Christmas for our kids, and I mean, it's you get to play soccer with a 3 foot soccer ball. It's pretty fun. So
Yeah.
we sewed the most random stuff. And so we did all that prototyping and that got to a point where the guy I was working with, he wanted to go a different direction towards doing apparel. I needed more production for marsupial, and we parted ways. I took like two or three of the sewers with me, and then I hired a couple more. I think we started with 7 employees when we went full time. And that was right. That was January of 2020. COVID hit in like March of 2020, really. And then that's where everybody was like essential businesses, blah, blah, blah. We stayed open. We talked through it all with our staff, navigated that nightmare.
I was running a
But
facility
also,
in California with 80 employees at the time. Nightmare.
yeah.
Ni
Oh, it's horrible.
a union facility on top of it, so you get, like, that
Yeah. In
double
California
a
too.
union facility in California during COVID, dude, imagine that, bro. Oh
Yeah.
my
Horrible.
gosh.
So, as you know, with the hunting industry kind of boomed around COVID. Everybody was getting checks from the government. Everybody was locked up at home, needed something to do. They wanted to get outdoors. That's when we came out with our flagship product, our enclosed pack, that really also put us on the map. And so it was kind of a perfect storm of exposure, us being full time, and yeah, it kind of just took off more from there. And then over the years, we would as we could afford to hire more sewers, we'd hire more sewers, buy another sewing machine, do that, and then come out with more products as we would get either customer requests or we would just try to solve some problems. I didn't envision making as many products as we do. I'm sure you probably didn't
Dude,
envision
never
making as
in a
many products.
million years I think I'd have, like,
Right. I
40
mean, you
SKUs
think you'd
right
be
now.
making bipods? How many heads are you making? Yeah, I mean, but we have the infrastructure to build basically anything.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm sure you're the same way, right? You have that pipeline to build these products. And so we just listen to our customers and try to solve problems where we see them and just try to improve stuff and then just overbuild things. And so that's kind of where we're at now. We moved facilities in the 5 years that we've gone full time to our own building, but we're running out of space. So we're trying to always constantly figure out how to scale, how to grow, how to do things right. You make a lot of mistakes and that's kind of how you grow over the years. I'm sure you've made plenty, unless you're the exception to starting your own business.
Dude, no, I call them expensive learning experiences is what I call them, not mistakes, right? So,
Yeah.
like, I've made a lot of mistakes,
Hmm.
and they've been and when you're doing something at scale of like Marsupial or Tricer, we're getting bigger. It's
Hmm.
expensive sometimes, right? You make some expensive mistakes,
Oh my god.
and
Yeah.
but you just learn from them, right? You just say like, "Ah, I learned from that, and I'm
Right.
gonna move on." And like, I think that's really what separates like a really good entrepreneur from like people who just fail and quit. Is like you make that mistake, and you're like, "Okay, I'll learn from that and go forward." Right? Just keep like just
Right.
it almost motivates you to like not do that ever again. Right? I mean,
Right.
similar to like,
My mind shift. Yeah, my mindset definitely has shifted over the years because I don't get. I mean, I get frustrated, but like you treat it as a learning
mhm,
experience, and so you try to find the silver lining in everything. It's like, okay, well, that was horrible. What are we going to do different the next time, right? So we don't do this again. And so I've tried to shift to that mindset and mentality versus just panicking and thinking about how much money we lost in that ordeal or whatnot. So yeah, you have to adapt and evolve for the next time around.
100%, dude. And I would tell like when I was running, because like similar to you, I was running an 80-person crew. I actually came from the construction industry as well, family business, third generation.
Um,
I left last year, still controversial. We're still barely talking. Me and my dad, he didn't
yeah.
sell the company, but anyways, like I would tell my guys, like you need to expect every day. Some when you have that many employees, something's going to go wrong every single day. Something's going to get sewed wrong. Something is going to get packaged wrong. Something's going to get
Yeah.
shipped wrong. And I tell my team that too as well. Like when we're shipping out the scale of orders we're shipping out now to, we're doing nationwide.
Mm,
We're doing worldwide distributorship now at Tricer. We're doing countless orders a day,
yeah.
especially right now during hunting season. Like stuff's going to go wrong.
It's crazy.
Things are gonna get shipped out wrong,
Yeah.
things are gonna happen, we're gonna do things are gonna break.
Mm,
Like you said, things break, right? Like, I mean, you sell 10,000 tripods, trust me, a couple of tripods are gonna break. You sell 10,000 bino harnesses, a couple zippers are gonna get stuck week 1, you know what I mean?
right.
Like, it's not like it's like they sometimes things just happen, and it's just you just have to
Yeah.
you almost have to expect it, and then if you as long as you
Yep.
expect it and know it's coming, you're fine.
Yep. Yeah. The running joke in here, I call it the wheel of misfortune because it's always who's gonna have an issue and then what's the random thing that's gonna happen. I mean, we have machines breaking,
Dude,
we have car accidents in our own parking lots, we have, it's I love our team, but we have, 50 different sewers. I kind of joke that I have like 50 different wives. It's just there's a lot of getting people to work together as teams and that. I mean, there's always someone bickering about something, or when you have as much equipment as machinery, stuff
dude.
breaks. Like you said, you're shipping that many orders, something's going to go wrong, and it's all about how you handle it. And what we've stressed super hard into our team and our customer service team lives it is you always try to take care of the customer. And if you just are honest with people, you answer their questions, and you treat them how you would want to be treated, which is just very basic principles. People are so easy to forgive, and like as long as you make it right, that you have a customer for life. And so we've kind of built our company on taking care of your customers and our employees too. It just no matter what, we'll always solve the problem. And it's not rocket science, but it does take a lot of time sometimes. And ideally, we're improving from that each and every day.
Yeah, dude, my dad's place when I finally left, we had grown to like a 55,000 square foot facility with this all manufactured machinery. So every day a machine's gonna break. 'Cause you have 100 machines in there, just all of them intricate, all a lot of CNC. Like something's gears wear out,
Mhm.
bearings wear out, over
Yeah,
time, and like it's just you got to be. It's just you're always dealing with something like that.
it's a
So I
monster.
don't
Yeah,
envy the 80-person employee manufacturing facility anymore
yeah.
at all on your end, but you guys are doing it and
Yeah.
you're crushing it. Do you know that, this is
It's
kind of off topic, I'm gonna be an Arizona resident next year with you guys.
Are you really?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know
Yeah, man.
that. Where are you moving?
So I was coming to Phoenix, I was gonna go Desert Hills with you guys and hang out, but,
Okay.
I think we're gonna go to Yuma because we live in San Diego.
Okay.
I know Yuma's an armpit, but I just gotta get out of California, and it's still close enough to
Yeah.
where we can see our
Wait.
kids, right? And my daughter can come back every once in a while, see
Yeah.
her friends. It's only a 2-hour drive from
Right.
home. But yeah, I gotta get out of
Yeah.
California, and, we're gonna be Arizona residents. I've got, like, 15 elk points, dude, like, or
That's
15 deer
awesome.
points, so I'm
Soon
stoked.
as yeah, as soon as you can buy your
Oh,
lifetime license,
100%.
because then you'll be set. And in case you ever do leave, not that you should, but um, yeah, you keep those resident draw odds the rest of your
Yeah,
life.
I mean, maybe we'll move to Yuma, and then we'll slowly creep your way. Like, ideally, for
Yeah.
me, the problem
I like Yuma. Yuma's
I
cool.
mean, we've have properties out there my whole life. My family has place at the river right there in Martinez Lake. So we'll be like,
Okay.
30 minutes from the river, go to the river with the boat, do that stuff with the kids.
Yeah.
But and we can hunt, I mean, you can do archery. There's tons of upland out there, coyotes, predators, all that stuff. So it's gonna be great. And the dirt
Oh
bikes
yeah.
out my door. San Diego now, you cannot ride like within the county. Like so, like to go riding, we have to drive like an hour and a half, 2 hours to go riding. And I'm like, and I want to get up in the morning with my kids, get on the dirt bike and go ride. And so we'll be able to do that in Arizona now, which would be nice. And it's just yeah, it's a big move, dude. But
That is a big move. And you've been a California resident your whole
oh,
life?
whole life. I've lived in the same like 10-mile circle my whole life, in these like little three little cities right here.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
So we'll be moving over there, doing that, and then we'll keep this house open here so we can come back. Maybe I'll come back a couple weekends a month and go to church and do that
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, we gotta get out of here, man. It's real. Everything you hear is
Yeah.
real.
That's our problem. We have all these Californians coming into our state and bringing their nonsense with us. So as long
Oh,
as you don't do that,
I
we
will. I
we
will
welcome you with
proudly
open
tell you,
arms.
I will not be voting for Gavin Newsom in 2028. You will get a solid
Oh my
JD Vance
gosh.
vote
Yeah.
from me in 2028. That is for sure. Yeah, that's the thing to the politics. They leave here because they're pissed off, and they bring their politics to Arizona
Yeah.
or Texas or wherever they're going. It's like you morons. Like, how do
Yeah.
you not see this? But whatever. This isn't a politics podcast.
Yeah. It's a dumpster fire here. We left it, and then we're gonna try to make it what it was. So I know I'm not gonna group you into that crowd, but you know what I'm
Oh,
talking
I get
about.
it, dude. But yeah, so I'm gonna come over there and hopefully be hanging out with you guys a little bit. I was hoping to be like living in the same neighborhood
Yeah.
as you guys, but then now the wife put a kibosh on it because she's like, it's like 6 or 7 hours away to drive for us, from to our house. And I kind of like Phoenix because you have an international
Yeah.
airport right there, right? But Yuma,
Oh
I'm probably
yeah.
gonna have to drive back to San Diego to fly, and I do fly a lot, so I'm hoping to kind of cut my flying back.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what would be a faster drive. I don't know. I mean, Phoenix is great. All the little surrounding cities around it are great. I don't like internal Phoenix, but all the surrounding stuff's awesome. So,
Yeah,
yeah, Peoria, Surprise, Desert Hills, Gilbert, Queen Creek, all
yeah. I
those
think I think
pretty
Tucson's
pretty
still
awesome.
too far. I mean, San Diego's closer than Tucson to fly out of, but we'll see. We'll figure it
Yeah.
out.
Tucson's awesome though. So Tucson always got a bad rap, and then my wife's family's from Tucson, and so I've grown to love and appreciate it down there because it's beautiful. Tucson, we always joke if you could flip Phoenix, if you put Phoenix in Tucson's scenery and like all the surrounding area, it would be the best city ever. But like Tucson's a little rough. But I mean the hunting opportunities right around
Love them.
Tucson, that whole area. I mean it's gorgeous. The mountains, all that. It's incredible. So Phoenix is a little ugly, awesome city, but it's kind of meh until you
So
get outside of it.
in and around, I don't want to give away too many details, but in and around Tucson is like where I cut my teeth on Coos deer, and that's what started Tricer. Like I absolutely
Yeah,
love the desert hunting, especially desert
yeah,
coos deer, desert mule deer a little bit. Like my boys do have a tag over there this year by you guys, a mule deer
do
tag,
they?
yeah.
Okay.
So we'll be open desert. I mean, you would never think a deer lives there. That's the cool thing about Arizona. Some of those units, like I mean, whatever. Like the stuff with the
Mhm.
kaibab is cool. That stuff up there, it's nice, 18 and stuff. But like I like the desert mesquite, looking for deer, one
Yeah,
deer per mile. I love that game, and that's why I started
yeah,
Tricer.
yeah. I mean, you live behind a tripod here, and you glass until your eyeballs fall out, and it's fun. And then, like you said, coos deer hunting is fun, especially down south. It's a target-rich environment. You see a ton of.
So
I
many
mean, you can
deer,
see 100 deer a
so
day.
many deer.
Yeah, and then the cool part down there, you can see mule deer and coos deer at the same time, depending on where you're at. You always got the chance of seeing lions. Arizona's an awesome state. And every time I leave, I always kind of have that wanderlust of wanting to go out of state, move somewhere else. Everybody looks to Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, all those states, right? But I mean, Arizona is such a cool state to live in and to hunt. So I try not to take it for granted. It's gotten harder and harder to get tags, but as a resident, you still can do a bunch of over the counter stuff. So yeah, if you become a resident, you can go back to just buying a deer tag
Yeah,
over the counter.
100% buying the archery tag.
So,
'Cause I like this year I got on 20 minutes late because you guys are an hour ahead of San Diego, and I was done. I was smoked. 20 minutes
uh
late, could not get a tag, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, you're serious?
dude, I think they sold out in like
It
five
was it
minutes
was
this year.
wild. And I had it in my calendar, but the calendar was like an hour off, and I was like, everyone started texting me, and I'm like, son of a bitch, and I freaking jumped on, and it was already over, dude. But yeah, and and the
Yeah,
thing
it's
for
a
me
bummer.
too with Arizona is like I just don't love the snow. Like I don't love like I mean like I don't love like coming from
Yeah.
San Diego, like the best weather in the world, literally except for the politics. Like,
Right.
I don't mind the heat. Like, I can go to the lake, I can go to the river, I can do that stuff. Like, I don't mind the heat
Right.
so much, but what I don't wanna do is and, like, you get this awesome like, in Arizona, people don't realize it, from, like, October through, like, April, it's just wide open, do whatever
Maybe.
you want. I mean, you could go ride dirt bikes, you could go
Whatever you want.
hiking, you could go hunting.
Yep.
There's freaking the predators are going crazy after and then you got the bird hunting, like, it's
Mhm.
just you pretty much can hunt every day because it's not you get a little bit monsoony here and there, and some rain, but, like, there's something to
Yeah.
do within an hour of your house all the time in Arizona, and the weather,
Yeah.
it just doesn't get you just gotta get used to 120.
No, and I agree. Yeah, the heat, and now that I've visited more places now too, I just don't mind the heat as much. I mean, like I'll be the first to admit I'm in a bad mood when it's that hot out. But when I've been traveling these other places with the high humidity, and it's like, oh, that's way worse. And then like the winter, snow's cool to go see and visit, but like when you got to shovel snow every freaking day out of your driveway, you know what I mean? And you got defrost your car. I, then again, you can get branded by your seatbelt in Arizona when you put it on in the summer. But
100%.
like, I don't know. It's just different. Go swim, go to the lake. You can find things to do in the 3 months where it's disgusting. So
Yep.
9 months out of the year,
9 months
Arizona's awesome.
exactly my thoughts, and those 3 months, we might spend those in San Diego anyways, so maybe we'll just do that, spend this number in San Diego.
Yeah,
Anyways, dude, the freaking
exactly.
Marsupial Podcast where we talked about my kids' teeth and weather, um,
Yeah.
it's
But I
part of
mean,
it.
that's
Yeah,
I mean, one thing that I always try to tell people, and like we're just
yeah,
normal people at the end of the day. Like we're like everybody else, we're just family people. We try to make good gear, and we're doing, you know, we're not flying around the world to go hunt and do all this crazy stuff. Like we're just building gear here. Before I started this business, it was just a hobby. I'm just like every other consumer who buys from us. So I feel like we relate with everybody, all of our customers, because at the end of the day, like I said, I got the same family I'm going home to here, local, and um, I don't know. We're all living the same thing with the kids going up and going to Disneyland, losing their teeth. I got all those crazy stories too. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. I got to take my family on their first official hunt this past weekend, and we had the time of our life. It was awesome. So, and you've got to do that with quite a bit with your kids, right? Being that they're a little bit older than
oh,
mine,
yeah.
and so I'm just kind of getting into that phase, and so it's the best thing ever. Um, and so it's
Oh,
so cool.
there's nothing better, like, literally, like, I just got back from Alaska 2 weeks ago,
Mhm.
or a week ago. I don't have a tag again until January Coos year on one of Jay's ranches, like, it's literally I'm just guiding my kid has a statewide bull tag in Utah.
Okay.
Then they go straight from there, like, 2 days later, we go to New Mexico for both my boys have deer tags.
Wow.
Come back from that, I'm going to Kenya with the kids to go do missions work, come back
Okay.
from that, and it's, like, Arizona deer, Arizona elk, and
Yeah.
it's, like so I'm just guiding, and my father-in-law's got the elk tag up there, in the north up by the Mogollon Rim, so one of
Nice.
those units, so I'm just guiding, but, like,
If
just
you
being
if
out
you
there with
move
them
to
is just
Arizona, you got
awesome.
to learn how to pronounce Mogollon.
Mogollon?
Mogollon.
Is that what it is, really?
Yeah.
Hey, at least I didn't say cow's
It's
deer.
also saguaro, not saguaro.
Saguaro?
Yeah.
I got that one. You see,
Yeah.
what'd you say it again?
Mogollon.
Mayan?
Mogollon.
Mogollon.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been saying Mogollon Rim forever. I live
That's
in
it.
El Cajon, everyone calls it El
That's how
Cajon.
you know you're from. That's how we can sort out the Californians from Arizona people.
Mogollon? Or I'll have to say
Mogollon.
Mogollon. I'll put that on my thing. At least I didn't say cow's deer, dude. When
Oh,
you
I
say
know.
cow's deer, I'm pretty much out. I'm out on the podcast. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I'm just like,
No.
you pompous prick, get off my podcast. You're cow's deer.
Yeah.
Um,
That's
so
awesome.
anyways, dude, speak to that. So you talk about being a guy, and I say it all the time to my team as well, right? Like I tell them we have two things, right? We have quality gear and good customer service. And I
Yeah.
tell people all the time, like when someone buys a $350 tripod or a $500 setup,
Mhm.
that's an expensive investment. And
It
I
is.
realize that
Yeah.
majority of my consumers are just like construction workers, dudes like me who, don't have a ton of money. They're making that commitment. And we go above and beyond for our customers. Like
Right.
we have guys who will whatever, drop their backpack off of a 10 foot out of the air and smash their panhead. We'll give them a new panhead, right? We'll have guys sometimes who will lose their panhead. We'll send them a new panhead, right?
Right.
Just because it's just like I just understand like that
Yep.
it's a
That.
big investment, and I want
Yeah.
to take care of them.
Yeah, and you have the empathy, and you try to take care of them. There's things that we have a lifetime warranty. If you light your pack on fire, it's not covered, and technically getting chewed up by your dog isn't either. But you know what? We just go above and beyond sometimes, and we fix it. There was one on the other day. on the production floor the other day, and I like looked at this pack. I mean, it's chewed to crap. I'm like, someone's dog eat it, and he's like, yeah, and we're fixing it and sending it back to him. You just go above and beyond to do that, and then those you just don't get that kind of customer service anymore, which isn't really rocket science. You know what I mean? You just
Mhm.
take care. But I mean, I'm a consumer. I buy stuff, and how many times have you been burned by a company that you buy something, you spend a lot of money, and then you deal with customer service and it's doo doo, and it's just like, are you kidding me? Like, you can't help me out, when obviously the product's at fault, and it's like, oh, it's because it's a week past whatever. Sorry, we can't help you, and you're like, are you kidding me? It's frustrating, but so we just
Dude,
try to
there's
be the
another
opposite of that.
yeah. There's another tripod company in the industry that I used to use, and I spent a lot of money on their stuff, dude, and I'd have, like, pan heads break the first couple of months, and then they charged me, like, $150 to fix it, and
Yeah,
I'm like, "Dude, your pan head broke, like, what the heck?" You know
yeah.
what I mean?
It's
And,
not like you ran
like,
it
you just
over.
don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's seized up and your thread's seized and and I don't wanna get too much into the details of who this tripod company is, but I'm just like, "Man, never." Like, we will go above and beyond because
yeah.
it's like, when you do that for someone, like, you can't get that kind of publicity, right? And
No,
that's one thing I
yeah.
can say about Tricer and Marsupial, All and these other brands are kind of like in our space is
Hmm.
like there's just people who are behind the brand and really support Marsupial and wanna be a part of it and talk
Yeah,
about it, and you get that by having good customer service. When you're a dick and you're like, "Oh, nope, you bought it, you're out," like, you're gonna get that rock side review that just gets you hammered, and you
yeah,
those are the worst, you know what I mean? Like, you're
yeah.
still gonna get those rock side reviews no matter what. I mean, people are just stupid.
People, yeah, if you could go through our inbox and see some people who are just totally unhinged. I mean, we should do that mean tweets thing sometimes because it's just comical, and like, we still take care of them. But it's just like, people are insane versus on email, you know what I mean? And I think, unfortunately, Amazon has ruined the world. Online shopping has ruined the
Oh,
world.
yeah.
Giant corporations who, people are just demanding. And my favorite thing to do is, when I used to answer all the emails myself with my wife, is like, people would just send these unhinged emails. You call them and they're just instantly like, oh, well,
Oh,
and then you're like, hey man, like,
100%. I love doing it. I
yeah,
still do it to this day sometimes.
yeah, and I'm not even calling them to like be a dick. It's just like, let me solve the problem. But like, before you start freaking out, like, give us a chance to take care of you. And then they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I just, blah blah. And then you get it fixed for them. But then they're your biggest cheerleader also. And so,
Oh,
uh,
100%.
and not that you're doing it for that reason. You're doing it because it's the right thing to take care of them. But people are just like, man, people are brave behind the keyboard and sometimes. So
Oh,
I
behind the
love,
keyboard, the instant like, dude, we have stuff that's just crazy, but,
yeah,
and we have 3 customer service reps. We have I do some calls still as well,
yeah,
not often anymore, but, like, I have my current and Dylan Dietz both make phone calls. We're, like, unheard of customer service right now in the
yeah,
industry, be able to, like, actually talk to someone on the phone if you need
yeah.
to. But,
It's like,
dude,
oh,
I'll
I
do
didn't
it, like,
think you'd answer. And it's like, yeah, what do you
if
want us
someone's
to do?
being like if someone leaves, like, a crazy review about our stuff,
Yeah,
like, I will call them, like, "Hey, man, that was kind of an asshole move." Like, "What?" "Oh," like, and then they'll, like, instantly switch to, "Well, this, and this," and I'm like, sometimes, dude, like, I had a guy who was trying to modify something on his tripod, so he, like, cut the center column apart because he wanted to take a part out of it and glue it
yeah,
here,
sure.
and then, like and then he wanted me to send him another one of these parts, and I was like, "Well, I could sell you a center comb. I need just this part." I'm like, "I don't have just that part. They're all built." And dude, "I'll never effing use your stuff again." I'm like, "Dude, you cut your tripod apart with a
Yeah,
saw, and I don't have that part, but I'll give you another center column." Like, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, I can't like,
yeah,
like, but dude, like some stuff you get. I mean, we get guys sometimes who will put their tripods together upside down with the hang hook. They can't get their pan on the hang hook because it's upside down, and like, and they will flip out.
yeah.
And a lot of it is too, like, if you have female customer service reps, which we do, we have 2 of them, they really will treat them poorly, some dudes,
Yes.
right?
So
Yeah.
it's weird. So my wife and I answered emails for the first 7 years of this
Mhm.
business. So I mean, and it would be after in the evenings, things like that. My wife would answer the phone at our last shop when she was in the office more, and just like, guys, it would go either way. Guys would either turn on the charm and be like, sweetheart, blah blah blah, or they just immediately discredit her. And she's answered thousands of emails. She knows every binocular, right? She knows more than you do. Not you, I'm saying the customer, right? And it's
Yeah,
like, they're quick to be like, oh no, I don't want your help. You're a woman. It's like,
yeah.
it's funny, but I mean, you just kind of gotta roll with the punches and go with it. But yeah, we've had some pretty unhinged things, and people who are just don't use the product right. Putting in angled spotters the wrong way, and they're like, it doesn't fit, and
That
it's
took me a
like,
minute to figure out, not gonna lie. It took me a minute to figure out which
and
way it
it's like,
goes, and I was like, "I got it now."
turn it, then follow the bend or something. They're like, oh. or you're lucky it fits. It's like, well, yeah, it fits. We tested. Yeah, it's there's a lot of funny stuff, but I love it. I mean, I was joking with Jared yesterday because we were filming a video. We got some new camera pods coming out, organization pods, and we're doing a video in our showroom after everybody left, so there's no interactions, or and it's like 6 o'clock, and it's like, you know what, we could be selling something way more boring than, like, we get to make hunting equipment for a living. It's awesome. So even
Yeah.
with all the crazy people, the crazy customers, like, it's so much fun what we get to do. I mean, I feel like I'm a kid in a candy store at the end of the day. Like, we're I'm kicking around tripods from, I mean, we just get to play with so much
Coolest
stuff.
coolest job in the world. I tell
Yeah.
people all the time, like, my competition's biggest fear should be how much I love my job. And I don't care about the like, coming from,
Yeah.
like, so you were in construction and you dealt with general contractors and project
Yeah.
managers and foremen and
Yeah.
just, like, coming from that space into this space, I have the coolest job in the world. I don't care about the money. I just love
Yeah.
what I do. Like, I literally
No.
get to, like, hang out with Jim from Marsupial and, like, go hunting and do things. I'm like, that's a to me, it's like, it's freaking insane. Like, I was in,
Yeah.
Alaska with Eric Chesser from Hushin last week, dude. Like, I was
Yeah.
on video and I'm like, I killed this my second buck, and I'm like, dude, like 5 years ago, I was watching this guy on YouTube, and now I'm like hanging out
Yeah.
with him. Like, this is like I'm living my dream. This is like the
Yeah.
coolest thing in the world. Like, dude, I love it.
Yeah. So, and that's right. And not to downplay any other job, I mean, because I came from construction background, things like that. It's all awesome. And I always wanted to work in the outdoor industry, but there was no outdoor. There's a couple companies in Arizona, but not many, right? And it's like,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? And so it's crazy. I have a lot of pinch me moments where it's like, man, we're making hunting equipment here in Arizona. We're sewing packs for loopholes. We're working with SIG. We're working with these companies that, I mean, like, I remember I got my first loophole scope from my dad on Christmas, and it was like, oh, it's this prized possession that I have. Now we're selling bino packs for loophole. This is the weirdest. It's just weird,
Isn't it
right?
so weird? It's you get
Yeah.
to pinch
So
yourself. It's pretty cool. You
yeah, it's
guys have
awesome.
crushed it. And that's what so we get into some of the quality, right? And like
Yeah.
why I do like I'm actually doing a podcast with Brady Miller after this. We're talking about gear, right? Because I do
Nice.
spend 100 plus days a year in the field, right? That's where I do my
Right.
design work. It's kind of how I structure my company. So I like spend my time in the field so I can design things. And dude, like I have every bino harness you could imagine. Yours is the best. Like
Thanks.
it's just the most comfortable harness, and I wear my harness all day long. I mean, 10 days straight, often, right? And
Yeah.
like yours, you make the best bino harness.
Thank
I
you.
do wish the
There's a lot of good ones out there. There's way more
yeah,
than when we started. But I do. We are really proud of what we make. I think it's very comfortable. I think it's simple. I don't think it's the flashiest harness out there, but it works and it's built to last.
it
And
doesn't need to
so,
be flashy. It's a freaking bino harness, not a
right.
backpack. Dude,
Yeah.
it's not a backpack. I don't want a backpack. Like when I say
Yeah.
I've used them all, I mean like I literally have used them all.
Yeah.
And like and a lot of it for me isn't even so much I love how simple it is, right? But
Mhm.
a lot for me is just being the comfort of not having it rub my neck wrong, not having it
Yeah.
rub me here wrong. When I put my backpack on, it's not rubbing me on my my lats
Yeah.
wrong. Like it's just, dude, you guys did it. And there's another one that I like, but I broke it twice now already, and it's ripped. You're like, so I'm like
Yeah.
another brand. I'm like, so I just the marsupial is the one that goes on me every single time, dude. Like it's just
That's awesome.
it has passed the smell test with me, and I'm like I'm obviously like I'm the anomaly right when it comes to hunting. Most dudes aren't running as much as I
Yeah.
am, but like dude,
Hmm.
like I'm running the same one. Like I have a few new ones in my that Jay sent me. I'm just giving to my kids
Yeah.
this year because I'm like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like I just this one works. Like I haven't broke it yet. Like what?
Yeah.
Like it's just gonna last me forever. Like I'm just running this
Yeah.
dirty harness.
Which is
Uh,
fun, and I love seeing. Don't get me wrong, Instagram's a weird world, right? And everybody's doing gear reviews on brand new packs, and they're like, "This is the best thing I've ever used," and I'm always kind of like, "Man, you haven't even used it." And I'm appreciative of the feedback, but it's like you haven't even used it, and then you see the guide, and it's like it's got blood stained, it's filthy.
yeah,
And it's like those. I love seeing the dirty
mine's
ones, and
got
it's
blood on it.
fun.
Mine's got blood
Yeah.
on it for sure. For sure, it has
And so
blood on it.
they get a nice little patina on them, and it's fun, and it's cool to see guys who will for whatever reason, let's say the zipper something, there's something that goes wrong, and they're like, I really want that pack back because like I've killed XYZ, all these things with it. I have these memories, like I want that pack back. And so it's cool to be able to. It's silly that a bino harness even has like memories with people, but like you're kind of attached to it. You're used to your gear. It fits the same way. Like, you know what I mean? You kind of have your system and you just go. with it. So it's cool to be a part of that.
Dude, I'll put the bino harness in. Like, there's certain pieces of gear you use all the time.
Yep.
Tripod is in 90% of my hunt. I'm using a tripod, right? Like you can use it all the
Yeah.
time. Your boots, your backpack, and then like your bino harness. And I think about it now,
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, my bino harness is probably on me more than any piece of gear I have. Literally, it's on me
You-
all day
yeah.
long. It never like I'm not the guy that takes it
Yeah.
off and throws it down. Like it was on
Yeah.
my chest because my eights are my in there, and then my 14s. I got the 14s now, dude. I'm stoked on them.
Aren't they awesome? I got to use them for the
They're.
first time this weekend hunting too.
Oh, you were
And yeah, it's just
Were
yeah.
you with Jay? Yeah. I have a new
Yeah.
mount for those coming out, by the way, too. It's called the
Give a new
Tricer
what?
the new mount for those called the Tricer 52, made
Oh,
specifically dude, those binos, dude, Swarovski I love you guys, Swarovski, but dude, those binos are so weirdly shaped. They're like oblong and twisted and round and tapered, and, like, so I had to make a custom mount just for those to work on them. But,
to wrap around the
to wrap
housing
around
of them.
the housing, yeah. But it's,
Yeah. Because I don't love Swar. I've been using the new Swaro center column post
yeah.
to go.
I don't wanna knock
Not
it, but I haven't heard the greatest things about it. They make phenomenal
no,
stuff, dude. Like, I don't wanna if, like, you're a center post
no.
I'm not a center post guy anymore. I'm a tripod owner, right? Like, I own the tripod
Yeah,
company, and I have completely switched over to clamps because, like, the center post
I
for
have
me
a hard time with the off center. It's
do
just
you?
me. Yeah, I just haven't done it enough. It's like an initial reaction. I'm like, this feels weird. I don't feel lined up, but I
Dude,
probably just need to give it
what
more
you need to
time.
do it
But
because, like, dude, it fits right in your bino harness so easily.
yeah,
Like,
no,
I'm
and
like,
then it
you pull it
slides
out and
right
it's right on,
into
and then you don't have to, like, "Okay, now I'm switching over to my spotting scope to do my digiscoping," right, and throw my All-in on there,
right.
and then, like, where's my freaking post, right? Or you leave your post on your tripod, it comes loose, right, and it falls off, like,
Oh,
how
you're
many
100%.
dude,
You're
how
100% right.
many outdoorsmen's and Tricer freaking, center posts have you found, like, in the desert of Arizona? Like, dude, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just
You're
like,
always like, where to put it? No, you're
where do I
100%
put it?
correct.
Or it falls off your
Just
tripod, you know?
just make one for me that kind of comes
It's
off and
centered.
then has a little center.
There's a guy that makes one. I can't remember who it's called. It's kind of big. I mean, I don't care. Buy other people's stuff. Like I tell people all the time. Like that's why I make Tricer Universal. Like
Yeah,
I don't do proprietary stuff. Like I want you to build. If you're like, dude, I want to run outdoors and
that's
bino adapter on your
that's
thing. Like I'm all
but I
for
think
it.
there's something cool. There's something cool about that, and I feel like we try to be the same way. It's why we make a bunch of different pouches. And I tell people all the time, and like one of my favorite things to do at when we go to TAC and in-person events where people are wearing their other brand harnesses is selling them a pouch of ours that goes on someone else's stuff because it's like, dude, mix and match it, make it work for you, right? I'm not gonna
Oh,
say
dude.
ours is the best thing for everyone, and vice versa. Like, people might love the legs, but might not love the head, or vice versa too. You know what I mean? And it's like, but you make it work, and then you get them into it, and then eventually
They buy
you
all your
might win them
stuff.
over.
Yeah, they
but
might win them
but
over.
even
Yeah.
still, like, I'm still happy to sell them a product. And there are people like who still love Alaska Guide Creation harnesses, and it's a great vinyl harness. It's big, there's different things that are built into it. If that's what you
Yeah.
want, I think that's awesome. And we can sell pouches that still work with it. So I think it's cool, and I wish more brands could say that instead of just having to. I feel like there's so many companies now that are trying to be everything to everyone, and it's hard. And as a consumer too, it's like I wish people would just, I don't know, do their thing and be okay with the overlap and
Yeah.
not try to write everything else off.
Well,
So,
I'm like
but
so Switzerland, dude.
yeah,
I'm running like I was running like Kuiu rain pants with First Light gaiters with a Stone Glacier
yeah,
jacket with a Go Hunt. Like I don't care. Like I wear whatever's comfortable to me for
yeah,
my kit. Like
same,
if you're gonna tell me now when it comes to tripods, I mean yes, you probably should buy all Tricer. It's the best. But anyways,
yes,
everything else. Anyways, no. When it comes to clothing, like dude, you cannot find me one brand where I love all their stuff. Like,
yeah,
I
nah,
have to wear like, dude, like, I love the de Havilland pants from Stone Glacier, but, like,
hmm
I don't like their tops. I like the First Light tops, and I like you know what I mean? Like, these
yeah.
rain gear from Kuiu, and I don't dislike Stone Glacier's tops. I have a bunch of Stone Glacier tops I like. I'm not knocking I'm just saying, like, you're gonna find gear from other companies. Like, dude, like, I wear, like, some Wool stuff off Amazon that I really like. It's like $50, dude. Like,
Aren't you worried that the elk and the deer are gonna like laugh at you though?
yeah, dude, exactly. No, dude, when you spend as much
No,
time as I do in a tent, like, you just care about what's comfortable and what you like,
no, and
and once you
that's
figure it
yeah. I
out,
mean,
you just wear it, you know?
I run around in like Kuyu pants, Prana pants, Sika tops, R tops,
Yeah,
Stone Glacier. I mean, you just kind of mix and match, which I think solids make it easier to do. But
yeah.
yeah,
I'm a
it's
solids
it's
guy for
all
that
it's all
reason.
market it's all marketing. A lot of it is sometimes. So you just got to find what works well with you. But yeah, I mean. you make awesome products. It's fun to see how much you've blown up in the past few years and just solving problems and quickly innovating and making stuff. And I think that's something similar that we've kind of done is just like you see a problem, you try to fix it, you try to build it better, right? I mean, I think everything you've done, it's not like you invented tripods, it's not like you invented bipods, right? But like you see a problem and you fix it, right? And so
Yeah.
that's what's I feel like, and you're quick to do it, and that's what's been so cool to watch you guys do. And I feel like that's kind of same similar things that we do. We didn't invent vinyl harnesses. We didn't invent pouches that go on. You know, what I mean, like we just kind of like you just tinker toy and build stuff and try to solve
Just
problems.
make it a little bit better. It was funny, like, I had this conversation with my partner yesterday about patents. We have some patents, right? And he called me, he's like, "You
Mhm.
really need to get on the ball with patenting that bipod." I'm like, "I can't." He's like, "What do you mean? You're telling me no one's ever built a bipod like this?" And I'm like, "Dude, there's 100 bipods in the market. They just never, like, just tweaked it enough to make it really awesome." Like, I just did it
Yeah,
better. Like, I just you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you just tweak things, and that's all you guys are doing. Let's talk vinyl harness and packs and pouches and stuff, because, dude,
yeah,
I I used to have the AGC vinyl harness, and it's
yeah.
like a
They
backpack.
make a great harness.
They make great stuff, dude.
It's
I'm
a
not
great
knocking
harness.
it. It's just a lot going
Yeah.
on, right? And when I first started hunting, I had a lot going on, and now I don't. Like,
Hmm.
dude, like I don't want anything. Like on my harness, typically I only have just the harness. That's it. Like I don't want
Yeah.
pouches. I don't want like no offense, all in like the phone adapter, all that stuff. Like, dude, like I don't want all this stuff. Like I have one. They gave me one, right? Like I love Nathan. I
Yeah.
love all. Like I just don't want all this stuff on my chest. Um,
And I agree, and I'm some I feel like a hypocrite sometimes because I started it because I agree I didn't want this huge backpack. Now we offer a million pouches, so I feel like I'm part of the problem because some guys will come in with
dude,
pouch. You know, I mean, and it's like holy cow, it's a
tac
lot, but you know
tactical.
what? It makes it work for how they like to hunt. So I'm happy to do it, right? But like I almost feel hypocritical sometimes. But I'm the same way. I'd never want to come out with a phone pouch forever because I'm like, it's huge. You don't want that on your chest and all this and that. We finally launched it and it's like one of our top three accessories. I personally never use it. My
You're
phone goes in my
kidding me.
pocket
It's one of the top 3
no,
accessories?
it is
You
because people live on
gotta
their
be
phone and they
kidding
love
me.
it. And so and sometimes that goes to say like you don't it doesn't I try not to let my opinion sometimes overrule what people ask for
Yeah.
because I'm like, no one's gonna use that. No one's gonna use
Oh,
that. And
dude.
it's like yeah. And so we make a bunch of different pouches so people can kind of build it out however they want. So but I'm the same way. I have to have my rangefinder pouch. Are you using rangefinding
I
binoculars
use
or what do
EL
you use?
ranges, so it depends on the hunt. So if I'm doing, like, an archery hunt, it'll probably be my Sig Zulus and then,
Hmm.
a rangefinder pouch.
Rangefinder pouch.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the EL
And
ranges
that's me
stuck
too.
under, like, 50 yards, like, they just don't get good
Yeah.
ranges.
I agree, and then it's a bigger unit to pull out.
Yeah, it's a lot
I
I like
like to archery hunt
yeah,
with a handheld,
yeah,
yeah. So I'm the same way with you. My kind of bread and butter is I always have a rangefinder pouch and I always have a small zip. In the small zip pouch, I always if I'm rifle hunting, it has a couple sleeves. I put like 4 extra rounds in there. I got chapstick. I'll have my bino adapter in there that maybe I need to get rid of and just go with a clamp.
yep,
You know, and then if you got reed calls, it just kind of turns into my little possibles pouch. And then if I'm muzzleloader hunting, which I've done quite a bit in the last few years, I use our down under pouch and I can carry all my extra charges in there, my ammo, primers, and that's like I literally think of it as a muzzleloader pouch instead of our down under pouch. And so it's really handy on those hunts just for a quick reload. And I have all of that right there too. So my kit kind of morphs depending on what hunt I'm doing. If I'm
yeah.
archery hunting, rifle hunting, things like that.
So I'll give you mine. Mine's is pretty basic how it is. EL ranges in, like, the medium pouch, right? That's a medium, I believe.
Yep.
8 by
Yep. Yep.
42s. I love the 8s. I can stabilize those almost as good as a freaking stabilized bino, honestly, and they're just way more clear than
Yeah.
the SIGs. I do love the SIGs, but just my opinion.
They're so
There's
cool, but yeah, they're very much a tool in the tool
tool
chest.
tool chest, yeah. Uh, I have on one side a Windicator of my bino harness. On the other side, I have Visine because I hunt so much with I glass so much. Visine is a game changer in the bino harness. So you throw some
Okay.
Visine so you could drop in your eyes. So dude, your glass in the desert, your glass in New Mexico, your glass in Utah, like your eyes dry out, dude. You put a couple of drops of Visine in like twice a day. Oh, it's
Hmm.
something gonna cool pull. And then in the front,
Tricer tech tip right
neck
there.
tip, dude, Visine. And then in the front, I have like probably 2 or 3 bullets and a chapstick. That's it. That's my whole kit,
Yeah.
dude. I always have chapstick in the front of my barn harness, no matter what. And like every harness I have, there's chapstick. And my kids,
Yeah.
because like, dude, like my lips get destroyed, especially where we hunt,
And what's funny is,
Southwest stuff.
yeah, I never put anything in my front zippered pocket for some reason. I don't know why. Like I could probably move a lot of my stuff from my zippered pouch in there. I just
Oh,
don't. I don't know
there's
why.
some reason there too. I do wish, like, I will say this. I wish that if that pocket was just a little bit bigger, dude, like, it's just, like,
A little bit
a
bigger. So
little bit.
yeah, so we're working on some new stuff. You'll see some stuff next year, and then we've basically taken 5 years of feedback, and I think we'll solve any problems that people have asked for over the years.
Yeah, you can see it, like, if I didn't like, if it was big enough where I wouldn't see the outline of my bullets, it'd be, like, perfect. Like, not much bigger, just, like, because I don't want like, my
I
thing is
know.
I don't want it to be too big, because then I put too much crap in there. Like, I don't want big, but I don't want to it's like right there.
Yes.
I love your harness. I'm just saying that's my one thing. I'm like, if it was just, like,
No, yeah, and we love hearing
a
feedback. And
touch
I'm
bigger.
I'm probably I'm probably like the easiest person not to offend when
Yeah.
it comes to that because I like hearing feedback. You know what I mean? And then you can't improve things if you're just like, no, that's exactly how it has to be, blah, blah, blah. So I love hearing feedback. And that has been probably like top three things over the past, 5 years of our enclosed pack that people want a slightly bigger pouch up front. But yes, you make it too big.
And then
And
it's
once again, I keep saying AGC, nothing wrong with
yeah.
Alaska, but like you get a big pouch, like what else can I put in here? What else can I put in here?
I got
Next
snack
thing you
bars in
know,
there, and I got a pro bar, and I got goo. Like, no.
I think this thing's been in here for 4 months. Why do I
No, I
have
don't want that.
like a petrified piece of jerky? Yeah.
I
So,
don't want that.
um, yeah. So, yeah, it'd be interesting. It's fun to hear what different customers always do their bino harness dump and what they carry with them. But it's pretty consistent again across most
Yeah,
guys.
I want small, minimal as possible. I don't do extra pouches, any of that stuff.
Yeah.
It's right there. It's done. So, dude, I have an
Yeah.
idea. And I'm gonna put it out there.
Okay.
No one's doing this yet. I'm gonna put it out there on this podcast for you, and you're gonna have to do it because now some other bino harness company's gonna hear it and it's gonna be steal it.
Okay.
Dude, just make a bino harness that is like an inch deeper on the back with foam that I can slide my gun into. Like the thing is built into it. So I'm not wearing like no like
An
I'm
accessory.
not wearing accessory underneath. I don't like it on my belly.
Yeah.
And I don't like I'll wear like the tactical whatever that one is underneath like the Kydex underneath it.
Hmm.
So
That's not going.
now I have two harnesses on. It's underneath my thing. Like, dude, I'm in Alaska with your harness on, and I'm checking constantly to make sure that my revolver isn't catching on your harness. Like, because I'm like I'm walking up on a carcass, it's been there for a day, and I'm like, I need to be able to pull my gun out. I'm double checking. Like, dude, like if you could slide
Yeah.
your gun straight in, like, and it was like
Hmm.
you can shape it out. You can even pull the foam right there, and have a little clip on the back, and it's right here,
Hmm.
and you can pull it out. Does that make sense? Like this,
I think I get what you're
like even
saying. We've played around. I've played around a lot with different like. So we have an accessory that'll be coming out that allows you to attach a holster to the back. It's tough because some people like it on the bottom, some people want it on the back, some people want it on the side, and once again, it's a very particular per person thing. I always kind of steered away from the behind the harness because it pushed it out so much further originally, and then. To be honest, I was always afraid of a liability of someone just like pulling a gun out and shooting themselves in the chest because but we've played around a lot and it is I wish I could say it's as easy as it sounds, but we're playing around with ideas. I'll
so
just leave it at
even if it
that.
was like just it didn't have to be an accessory. It could be an accessory, I guess. I'm just thinking like even if you made the binoculars 1 inch deeper, because you're already carrying like that big Kydex thing anyways. You're already sticking way out anyways. A lot of these guys are carrying. I
Hmm.
wish I knew the name of it. They make phenomenal chest strap or gun rigs. Something I wish I remember the name. They're all over the place. You look it up online. It's like it's tan, it's
Yeah.
Kydex
Is it Kenai or wait, are you talking about the one that goes under the
under the
bottom
bottom harness.
harness?
Yeah, it's like
Rasco?
no, it's like a strapped on one. It's a sole separate unit, whatever. But
Okay.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
make
yeah,
it
yeah.
like an inch deep foam, and you can even like remove the foam out, or just make it fit like a freaking Glock 23, and I'm happy. You know what I mean? Like that's you know what I mean? Like
But that's
that's
you. And then
yeah,
the
that's the problem.
10,000
I'm
other
just saying,
people who
but
don't
I
have
bet you
that are
like
going to be
full
like,
size pistols are probably all pretty universal. I mean, they make universal freaking. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Or you can remove the foam yourself. I don't know. No one's doing that where it's built into the harness like that.
Yeah.
No one's doing that right now,
Yeah.
and it is so needed. Like
Yeah.
everyone's so afraid of mountain lions. Everyone wants to carry a freaking gun, right? Like I don't carry a gun unless I'm in Alaska
Yeah.
or grizzly country. But like, dude,
Yeah, that's how
everyone
I
and their
am too.
mom wants to
Yeah.
carry a freaking gun on them everywhere they go now. And like, if it can somehow be
Right.
built into it, dude, it slides right in the back. It's right there. You could like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Just give you my 2 cents on like someone's got to do this harness with a gun thing built into it. And if you can make it universal, just what and then this one little strap, dude.
Yeah.
So it goes sides in, one little strap over the back, just like your harness now. Because I love yours that you guys gave me to go underneath it.
Yeah.
If we can somehow,
Right. But no, some people don't. Some people don't like it on their
I don't like
belly,
it on
and
the
I get
belly.
that.
Yeah.
So I mean, it takes up a lot of surface area. It depending on what you're doing. The Kydex ones underneath, I don't love those because those are very rigid, and it doesn't matter. even if you're in shape, like it still kind of pinches when you sit and all that. So ours flexes enough that it's comfortable, but it does take up a lot of surface area. I 100% agree. And I don't carry as much as I probably should. But we're in Arizona. We have black bears. I'm not worried about anything eating
It's
me.
it's it's
It
the
sounds
two-legged
bad.
guys in Arizona, depending where I'm hunting, that I carry. So I
That
it's a
exactly. That's the
two-legged
only reason I carry in
two-legged
Arizona. Yeah,
predators in San Diego along the border when I hunt sometimes that I'm carrying for that reason, honestly. Um,
for sure.
so yeah, that's my little 2 cents, dude. Like I would love to see
I
something
like it.
behind it. I will
We are always working on a ton of stuff behind the scenes, and I will say we are working on a rear mount gun option.
Nice, nice. That'd be sweet. I to hear that because I want it something that's built into it. We don't have to have a separate unit on. That's good and comfy.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I'm like even if it was an inch taller sticking off my chest, I wouldn't mind that as much as having something down below me 4 or 5 inches, or having the extra thing that's already
Hmm.
out. And if we can somehow just get it to snap in there,
It,
I don't know.
I will say it gets bulky
Yeah, I'll
quick.
bet.
Is the only thing. And so that's what we've tried to play around with different foams. And then it's like if you like the retention, so you almost have to have kydex built into it to have proper retention. Otherwise, you have to have more straps involved to hold it into place. You can't really get you like on our holster below. There's a strap that you can quick
Mhm.
access to. When you're shoving it behind the pack, there's no room to put a strap to release it. You can't just shove it in loose. It's got to be it has to have some like kydex retention for it to click into,
Mhm.
from what our experimenting has been. uh, and then we've started adding that, and then all of a sudden, 1 inch that you think that the gun is turns into like an inch and a
I bet.
half, and then it feels like your vinyl harness is sticking
Way
out.
out
Like
there.
it's tough. Yeah, it's tough. We've played with a lot of different. I'm sure I have prototypes laying around, but it. I wish I could say it's as easy as you're saying, but
I'm
we're
just
working
throwing it
on
out
it.
there. It's a cool if you guys don't do it,
It
I'm
is.
just
It's a
don't
problem
even
that needs to
solve
be
it. I'm
solved.
not gonna solve, and you're the kind of guy to solve it because I'm like, everyone wants to carry, dude. It's
Yeah.
funny how people are like so afraid of mountain lions and black bears. Like I could care less.
Well, I mean, gosh, you guys, if you were allowed to hunt them in California, that'd be one
Oh,
thing,
dude,
right?
first thing
But
we have mountain lions everywhere here, everywhere, dude. First thing
it's
I'm doing,
crazy.
I'm Arizona resident, is killing a lion. First thing I'm doing, dude, shooting
Shooting
the
a
lion,
lion.
dude, just to get it
Just a
done.
just a
Just a vendetta to
vendetta.
get it done
Yeah.
and get that sucker mounted up in my house, put that thing over the door or something because we can't even bring them back to
Yeah.
California. That's how screwed up it is. So like I could have killed a lion last year in Arizona, obviously didn't. I had 3 lions in Colorado this year, didn't. Like you just can't because you can't bring them back. So I don't even buy the tag.
Really?
So yeah,
You can't
you can't
bring
bring meat, you can't bring a carcass, you can't bring nothing back. So I wouldn't kill a lion. I can't bring a skull. If I go kill a lion legally in any other state, I cannot bring it back to California. It is illegal.
you cannot have a
I
skull.
cannot have anything from a lion. You cannot bring it back to the state. It is illegal to bring it back. Legally killed in Montana, Utah, whatever. You cannot
Wild.
bring it back. So like, dude, like I had one.
Yeah, man, you need to move out of
I
California.
had one dude like for an hour and a half. We were hunting coos deer down there. Me and my kid on its back, like 300 yards away, rolling around in front of us, and we could have shot it for 100 times. We just sat there and watched it. I called my buddies who run dogs. They didn't want to run it down there because we were in like the nastiest cactus patch. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're not going to run our dogs through that. Uh, um, but yeah, you cannot hunt them. So I will have a tag in my
Hmm.
pocket wherever I am in Arizona next year when I get down there,
Yeah.
and I will. I mean, it wants you can buy. I can still buy a tag as a California resident. So as soon as I move down there in January,
Right. You just
I'm
can't bring it
buying the
across the
tag. So I'll
border.
have a house
Yeah.
down there in like January, February, or in the early spring. As soon as I buy that house, I'm
Yeah.
buying the lion tag because when the opportunity arises, I want to be able to do my part, right? And like fawn
Yeah.
lives. Yeah,
Well, they need to be managed. They need to be managed. Yeah, which is insane that
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's a whole nother
We can put it
podcast.
on
But
my
yeah,
we
it's
have this thing at Tricer. They keep like I have a social media team now, right? And they're gonna do a whole post on
okay.
like things that I got shot down on, my ideas. Like so like one of my ideas is I want to do
Okay.
like a Fawn Lives Matter campaign. Do like and like do like a
Yeah.
coyote predator hunt contest. And they're like, yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, let's make shirts. Let's make shirts and
Yeah.
we'll
It's
but
unfortunate. It's unfortunate how the predator hunting has been so demonized and trophy hunting and all that. And it's like it's not trophy hunting; it's just conservation. It's
100%.
protecting the ungulates. People don't realize how many animals those animals eat every year when they're not kept in check. It's just gets disproportionate, and then you start introducing wolves. It's
Oh
it's
dude.
just crazy. And now I mean, how many mountain lion issues are there in California where the government? I
600
just
a
heard a
year they kill,
statistic.
government.
I just heard a statistic that the government is killing more lions in California than just hunters were
Oh,
when you were allowed
100%,
to
not
hunt
even
them in
close. Yeah,
California.
we kill over 600 a year,
And so then
and
it's
we're
just like,
paying millions of
it's
dollars to do
crazy.
it, dude.
And now you're paying to do it. When people would happily volunteer, they would be eating the mountain lion, right? Because mountain lion meat's great. People don't realize that, and it's just like you could be harvesting these, and now what is government shooting them? Probably throwing them in a dumpster, you know. And it's just I don't know. I don't know.
Dude,
And
they
how do you
don't.
fix that? How do you you know?
You don't fix stupid. You can't fix stupid. You can't fix stupid. It's just whatever. I don't want to go to the politics of California, but dude, yeah, like
Yeah.
where I hunt in San Diego, I mean, we have conservation wise, they give out 3,000 tags, rifle tags. They give out like 2,000 archery tags. I mean, we're talking like 6,000 tags a season, a month long deer season. Lions everywhere. Like I hunted 10 days in San Diego last year, 10 mornings, right? I'll hunt from like 5 a.m. until like noon. I saw
Okay.
80 deer, 4 spikes, not one buck. And I can hunt. Like I'll put my glass up against most dudes in the industry right now on like who can find deer. And it's just our conservation's terrible. And then now we have wolves moving in. Wolves are in the Sierras. They're coming in hard. And they're not going to stop those guys. I'm sure they're so excited for the Grizzlies to make it down here. Like it's just like, yeah, no, we don't. They have this weird like hands-off approach with conservation that doesn't work. Where it's like we want to make it to where everything is just natural. Well, you can't do that when you've turned half
Can't
the
do that
state.
anymore.
You can't do that anymore. And half the state has been turned into cities, and you
Yeah.
know,
It doesn't work that way. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. And it's crazy because it seems so common sense, but it's I don't know. It's lost on people. So
they all want to be natural until the freaking cats are getting eaten, and they want to
yeah.
ban coyote hunting so bad. They banned bobcat hunting over here, which is
Did they?
wild, dude. So like the guy went in there like in one of the meetings, the ecologist who did it, and he's like, I've been in the field for 35 years and I've never seen a wild bobcat. I'm like, dude, like I went on one hunt last year. I saw like five in a weekend. Like
Yeah.
bobcats, like five, dude. Like I don't know where you're hunting, but like I see bobcats. Maybe walking around, you're not seeing them, but you get yourself behind glass. There's bobcats everywhere in this county out here, right? So
Yeah.
we can't bobcat hunt statewide. Can't lion hunt. Bears are a little more different problem over here because they're such a problem. We can't meet our quota because they banned dog hunting with them. So we cannot meet the quota. So now what they're doing, instead of opening up like a spring bear season, which they should do, oh my gosh, it'd be awesome. We have the best bear hunting we would have the best bear hunting in the country if they did that. They're opening up running dogs, but not killing, just to scare. They're opening up scaring bears out of like Mammoth and stuff because there's bears dude. I was in Mammoth Lakes. We camped there last week. We went mountain biking on Mammoth or ski resorts, right? And so we're on the gondola. A freaking bear runs into the ski lift. Dude, we're like sitting there's a bear because there's just no fear. No fear. It's just, and that's what we're dealing with. You can't have
Dude,
both.
yeah.
You can't have both,
You
dude.
can't.
But
That's crazy. Yeah. So you got a lot of hunts going on this fall. I think I got a bunch. My wife drew some of the best tags in the state in Arizona, so we're excited to go do that. She's got a trophy bull elk tag, muzzleloader hunt, and then a trophy mule deer hunt up on the Kaibab. So it should be a fun fall following mama around.
oh, that's
Like
awesome.
you said you're living vicariously through your kids. I'm living vicariously through my wife this fall. So
That's awesome, dude. Getting hunt the kayak would be awesome. That was high on my list, but now that I got 15 points, I'm gonna be a resident. I think I might switch over to archery strip. See if I can get that
yeah.
tag. I'm probably get that tag.
Well, if you're like my wife, you'll draw. And with she had 3 points for both tags that she drew.
No
So I
way. Are
mean,
you saying you didn't?
yeah,
So it was like she didn't draw 12 West. You wrote like the 12A or something then, or like the good ones?
12B West
Oh, 12
muzzleloader.
B West.
There's
Okay, yeah,
like 20 tags, I want to say.
it's a good
So
tag. Good for her. That's
yeah, she
awesome.
told me it's a bit of not an argument, but she did not want to go hunting this year. She shot an oryx in New Mexico. She's like, I'm good for one hunt a year. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put you in for like the most ridiculous hunts because you're not gonna draw, but if you draw, we'll figure it out. And of course, she drew elk tag with and there's like 25 tags on that one rut hunt with a muzzleloader, and so then deer came along because we have different application periods, and she's like, do not want to hunt. And I was like, yeah. So I put her in for the strip and put her in for 12B muzzleloader, and then sure enough, and so I'm like, when I get these credit card charges, I'm like, oh, I drew a tag. Oh, I drew a tag both times. It's because it's like 1% chance draw odds for both of them, and she pulled them both. So
Yeah,
I'm
good for her.
pumped.
It's good to hear someone else
Yeah.
did it because I feel like I'm never that guy. Like I just haven't
Yeah.
been that guy.
Well, and I'm not that guy. I mean, I got 15 elk points. I should have drawn my archery elk tag this year, but I didn't. She drew the rut hunt with a gun. So,
Yeah.
which I'm going to be way more excited on that hunt than any of my own tags. So, it should be a pretty
Oh,
fun
dude,
fall.
my kid has the statewide bull tag for with a rifle during the rut for Utah.
Yeah.
It's a general tag, so only general units, but he'll be the only person on the mountain, youth. There's no archers on the mountain during that time, and
Is that did he draw that at the
max
Hunt
points.
Expo? Is that
No, he drew it as a
oh, okay.
max points youth hunter. So it's like
Okay.
a max points youth tag. He's 17 now, he'll be 18 next year. So it's any general unit September 13th through 23rd during the rut. I mean, like, dude, we're gonna have a blast. But like, I just getting to hunt elk. I could care less about shooting one of those things. I mean, they're not the hardest animal in the world to
Right.
shoot with a rifle or muzzleloader during the rut. But
Right.
like, just being on the
Yeah.
mountain during the rut with the opportunity to have a rifle. I'm trying to tell him it's
Mhm.
not. He's like, it's gonna be so easy. I'm like, dude, I don't think you understand. It's not gonna be. We're not gonna make it easy. We're gonna backpack. We're gonna make it hard. We got to find one. So it's still a general tag.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping he can really,
Yeah.
get a good bull on the ground, and we could, just have just a
That'd be
blast
fun.
with a rifle or muzzleloader during the rut. It takes
Oh
a
my
lot of that
gosh.
stress off. You know what I mean? A lot of that archery
Yeah.
stress off.
Like we just got and with the muzzleloaders nowadays, I don't say it's cheating, but it's not the muzzleloaders I grew up shooting. I'll put it
Oh,
that
you
way. Where
shouldn't.
we were trying to put it in a pie plate at 100 yards, we're like, oh, we're good. And now, yeah, our buddy Luke who
Yeah,
builds,
Luke at Arrowhead,
yeah,
phenomenal.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
cheating.
just
You could just say it's cheating. They're that good. They're that good.
and I love Luke, and I mean, but and even New Mexico switched to peep sights, dude. You can be pretty accurate with the peep sight at long
I need to
range,
get
so
one of
it's
Luke's
fun.
because I went to New Mexico with peep sights last year and I missed. So it is,
Did you?
yeah, it was one of those things where I thought he was 100, he's 150, I went right underneath him. It's just for this, he
Yeah,
was rushing and just, he was took off and, we got close and everything, things happen.
yeah.
Uh,
I know, and I ended up shooting mine last year, so I had an elk tag too. The year before that, I mean, we practiced all summer, but I shot mine the year before 375 yards. But we were practicing all summer at 400 yards at a prairie dog, and so shot it, rolled them down the mountain, done. Last year, I drew another muzzleloader tag. I'm practicing 400 yards all summer, blah, blah, blah. I shoot it basically on the run at 50 yards, like a quail flushing.
yeah,
And, it was just like, which was awesome. And it was awesome that I got to do it with the peep sight because we were basically looking down the barrel, all that practice. And then I shot him point blank range. So,
dude.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's fun.
I shot a mule deer at 20 yards last year with my rifle. I was like, "Should put my bow." Like 20 yards, dude. Like I could see his breath, and I shot him
Right.
like, I'm like, "Oh, there you are!" Like
Yeah.
he's like, I thought he was moving further, and he was right below
Right.
me, and I just shot him with my rifle. And I was like, all I could see is deer. It's all I could see is like it wasn't even the body, but just deer in the scope, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
That's
what a
awesome.
fun pod, man. I
Yeah. I
guess
appreciate you having me on.
everyone knows Marsupial. If you're not running a Marsupial bino harness, dude, go buy a Marsupial bino harness. They're phenomenal. It's marsupialgear.com. Is that what it is?
MarsupialGear.com. Yep. Yeah.
Marsupialgear.com.
Same.
I'm running I run their BTX case. I run their rifle cases now. I run their, they make a case that's for a BTX eyepiece that fits your 15s perfectly that I love. I got their
Yep.
spotting scope cases, dude. They make the best stuff to keep my gear safe. It's all my gears and marsupial stuff. I love it. I did see you guys have some pouches I want to look into, like some like little gear organizer pouches or backpacks. That's also with that.
Yep.
You guys just make awesome stuff. Go to marsupialgear.com, check them out. American made stuff, dude. Guy living the dream. Came from freaking roofing roofs with hot tar in Phoenix to building bino harnesses now, and just really solving a problem that we all have. And 100% put my trust behind them and my name behind them. Go buy some marsupial gear, you guys.
Well, thanks, Drew. We appreciate it. Likewise, you guys make awesome stuff. We're love working with you guys. It's cool to see. It's fun.
It's awesome, dude.
We get to make hunting equipment every day.
Best
So,
job in the world.
really, best job in the world.
Thanks, dude. Let's do it again.
All right, man. All right, man. Thanks for having me on.
All right.